Hi you guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, and in today's video I wanted to talk to you guys about 2026 book releases that I'm really excited about. So I have it broken down here on my computer, which is why I'll be looking over here. I have it broken down on my computer here per month of what I'm anticipating coming out, but I also have honorable mentions at the very end. It's like the books that I would read if I get it off of my library. Like I've already put them on hold or like flagged them so that when my library gets them, I get notified and I can place a hold, if that makes any sense. Like I'll do that, but I won't promise that I'll buy these books, whether it's on Kindle or a physical copy. So let's get started. I don't have anything for January. I do have And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison in February. This is Heartstrings number 2. This is about the radio star, like the co-host of the first book. I think I forgot what it was called. I don't have a physical copy of that, but the first one, this one is with Jackson, and let me read you like the very first line. It says, two competing meteorologists are forced to find common ground in this opposites attract when Harry met Sally inspired romance. So Jackson, he was the weather person on the radio with the guy from the first book. And he meets Delilah, which is a other competing weather person. And they're forced to work together. So it's like a work or rivals to lovers, opposites attract, forced proximity. That sounds really good. And then in February, we also have Throne of Nightmares by Carrie Maniscalco. This is part of the Prince of Sin series. If you don't already know, the first trilogy, which is Kingdom of the Wicked, I think, something like that, it is with the king, but now we're following the princes of hell. And I read the first one. I really liked the first one. I haven't read the second one, and I thought this third book was coming in October because the first two previous books came out in October, but I guess this one is coming out in February, and this is with Prince Sloth. So excited because every single one of these books are like in hell, and there's also games, and I love that. I don't know why, I just really like it. And I like how Carrie Maniscalco writes about the princes of hell. And then March, I have The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. This is part of like the Say You'll Remember Me universe, so this is like an interconnected standalone thing, and it looks like they're friends to lovers. The main female character and Chris are similar. They share a dog, but like she's with someone else and the main male character is in love. I don't know, I think this is actually boyfriend's best friend, but she's actually closer to the best friend than she is the boyfriend, which is my guess based on the synopsis. The synopsis is not very straightforward, which I'm glad, but like it's making it hard to guess what the book is actually about without reading it, you know? Also in March, we have What We Did to Survive by Megan Lally. I really liked Megan Lally's YA thriller mystery book, and so I'm glad that she's coming out with another one because I'll most likely pick it up because it's like super easy to read. This sounds like it's a spring break in Mexico where they meet a rich guy that sails them while there's a storm coming. So like you're stuck on a boat and there's a storm, and that's really scary. So we'll see what actually happens in this one. I'm not sure if this is actually like a horror or more of like a thriller mystery, but I'm excited. And then April is when The Ballad of Falling Dragons by Sarah A. Parker comes out. This is the second book in the Moonfall series. So the first one is when the moon hatches, I believe. I'll insert pictures of all of these books here. But I might have to read the first book again before I get into this second book because I don't remember much. I know there was a cliffhanger. There's a lot at stake after the first one. So maybe I could just watch somebody's vlog, like a spoilery vlog of this, because the more I talk about it, the more I remember what happens. So I don't think I need to read the full book. And then May, a lot of really good books are coming out in May. There's Fever Dream by Elsie Silver. This is a new series by her. It's called the Emerald Lake series, and the main male character in this one is Emmett. We met him in the last Rose Hill series. I'm not going to spoil it, but there was a tragedy and he helped out the main male character in the last one. And so we are getting Emmett's story, and he comes on a dating show because his farm is going bankrupt and there's a consultant on set, and who knows what happens. I think it's more of like a close proximity and high personal stakes because he has to win this dating show in order to save his ranch, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. I know that Elsie Silver's like series have a theme. So the first one is the cowboy romance, the second one is Rose Hill, and that one is single dad. And this one, Emerald Lake, I'm not really sure what this one is about. I haven't done much research about it, but I'm sure it's going to be good. And then we have Broken Dove by Danny Francis. This is Silver Elite number 2. I think there's going to be a love triangle in this one. I really think so. Anyway, there's still conspiracy theories of who wrote this book and who Danny Francis is and whatnot, but I like how fast it reads. It's definitely not like Divergent. Like a lot of people have been comparing it to Divergent, but I personally don't think it's too close to Divergent. I know there's one book that Ellen Catherine mentioned, and I don't remember what it's called, but she said that it's closer to Divergent than Silver Elite is. In May, Fury Bound by Sable Sorensen. This is the second book in the Wolves of Ruin series. The first one is Dire Bound, and this one has wolves that you bond with and their communication method, and the wolf that she's bonded with is incredible. And I'm so excited to learn more about what is going to happen in this world, because there was a massive cliffhanger in the last one. Like there was just a massive switch up. It is very similar to Fourth Wing in like the twist and like the setup of things, but I prefer this one over Fourth Wing. I don't know why. Maybe we'll see if that claim, that opinion still stands after I read the second book next year. And then I don't have anything on June that I'm excited about. We have July though. Okay, maybe we've been waiting for Burn of the Everflame by Penn Cole for so long. Now that it's been traditionally published, I guess it might have been pushed back a little bit longer. We thought it was going to come out this year. It still hasn't come out. Maybe it is predicted to come out July of next year. We'll see if that actually happens. We'll see. So like the rest of the year, there isn't a lot of set in stone releases, I guess because it's too far ahead. But there are like some predictions and like some here and there that are actually, they're gonna publish this later half of the year. And so September we have The Knave and the Moon by Rachel Gillig. This is the second book to The Night and the Moth, and we really thought that that book was going to be a standalone, but lo and behold it's not. And I think it's going to be a duology again because of her previous book. It was a duology. I think that was actually a debut novel, which is amazing because we all love that. And now Hopefully it's just a duology because she does duology so well. I'm excited to get back into this world. And then October, we have The Wretched Divine by Adeline Grace. I think it's a new series by her where like the girl is a knight and she tries to save the closest people to her by asking for help from like demons, and there might be a love triangle between demons and angels. I really, really liked her love triangle situation in Belladonna. It wasn't a true love triangle. You can obviously tell that there was a preference in that triangle, but maybe this one is going to be a stronger love triangle. And I love the world that she writes about, like the demons and the angels, and like the previous one was death, life, and fate. So I'm excited. I know I'm so excited for all these books. Duh. And then we have Coiled at the Roots by Scarlett St. Clair. This is the second book to Terror at the Gates. This one is a modern fantasy, and so there's like phones and set in a modern world with like magical elements. I'm not the biggest fan of modern fantasy, but I really like this one because it's a little silly, but I like how she just doesn't care how attached you become to the character. She just kills. And I love that. I love that. I'm so excited. I was expecting a lot more romance in the first book, but maybe she's going to build off a lot more in the second one. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And then November, maybe the third book in Fae and Alchemy series by Callie Hart will come out. It's not official. It's just a guessing game. And Immortal Dark #3 would possibly come out in November of next year as well. I guess people are just basing it off of when Immortal Dark #2 came out this year. So we'll see. But that's basically it for all of the books that I am for sure going to pick up. Now we have honorable mentions. They're not like on the top of my pick list, but I'll pick it up if it becomes available to me. We have Wicked Onyx by Debbie Cassidy. While I was like scrolling through the 2026 releases, this came up, and it sounds like, so it says here, in a ruthless magical academy where she's cursed and powerless, the last Onyx must unravel dark family secrets and navigate dangerous alliances to reclaim her legacy and make those who betrayed her pay. So I guess a sorcerer goes undercover into an academy that houses the most dangerous magic people to expose them. There's a mention of two men, maybe a romance, another love triangle. Was there a lot of love triangles this year? Why is it becoming a trend next year? I don't know. And then Harvest Season by Bryn Weaver. This is the second book to Taurus Season. I only put this here because I haven't read Taurus Season yet, so I don't know if I'm going to like it. So I just put it in the bottom of my list. Maybe I'll get to it if I like Taurus Season, but I haven't even read the first one yet. And then we have The Someday Garden by Ashley Poston. I also put it here, even though it's Ashley Poston, because I haven't read her most recent releases. Like the last two books this year and last year, I haven't read them. Maybe I'm not into magical realism or like magical romances, but I haven't even tried. So I put it on this list to put it on my radar, but like I'm not in a rush to get it. And I guess this one is where the main female character finds a man trapped in a secret garden. I would be excited for the magical garden, like the imagery of that magical garden and like how she gets to that magical garden and just how they get together and stuff like that. So we'll see if I actually pick it up. I guess I'm like selective with her releases. Like I read 1 or 2 books by her, haven't read the rest. And then Songs of the Dead by Brandon Sanderson and Peter Aurelian. I guess they're co-writing this book. I didn't know that the first time. And I don't know. I am still intimidated by his Mistborn series. and I like his standalones. Like, his secret projects are really good. He is one of those authors that I'm really intimidated getting into because of his cult following, and maybe my teeny tiny brain's not going to comprehend his writing style, but hopefully this one's really good because it says that there's a musician in London with magic that cross between life and death realms. It reminds me of A Darker Shade of Magic in a sense that it's like in London and there's like two different worlds. So that could be exciting. I love reading about London, especially if there's like different realms as well. And then finally, Liz Tomford is coming out with another book. It's In Her League. I don't know if it's in the same series. I don't think it's in the same series as like Mile High and all of that. But I do know that the main female character in this owns a team, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I haven't even finished her baseball series, so I don't know if I will get to this because I do still have books to read by her. But that's basically it for the 2026 releases that I'm on the lookout for. Let me know if there are some that I should add onto this list, and if you guys think there's new debut novels or like other authors that I should look out for. But that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.